David and Goliath. Once upon a time in ancient days, there was a young man named David who lived in Israel. He was the youngest of his brothers and worked as a shepherd, taking care of his family's sheep. While everyone thought he was just an ordinary boy, David had a courageous heart and immense faith in God. At that time, the people of Israel were at war with the Philistines, a people with a very powerful army. And among the enemy soldiers, there was a fearsome giant named Goliath. Goliath was so big and strong that just his armor weighed more than David. Every day, the giant would approach the Israelites and challenge them. "Who is brave enough to fight me? If anyone defeats me, the Philistines will surrender. But if I win, you will be our slaves." The soldiers of Israel trembled with fear. None had the courage to face Goliath. When David heard about the giant, he volunteered for the battle. Everyone laughed. After all, he was just a young shepherd. But David was undeterred and said, "I can defeat Goliath because God is with me." David was brought before King Saul, who, though doubtful, allowed the boy to try. The king gave him armor, but David couldn't even walk with all that weight. He then removed the armor and decided to use only what he knew: a sling, a small leather pouch used to launch stones. He chose 5 smooth stones from a stream and went towards the giant. Goliath looked at David and laughed, saying, "Do you think you can defeat me with a stick? I will crush you." But David was not shaken. He replied, "You come with a sword and spear, but I come in the name of the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel." And with a swift movement, David placed a stone in the sling, spun it with all his might, and launched it. The stone flew through the air and struck Goliath right on the forehead. The giant fell to the ground with a crash. Everyone was astonished. That small shepherd, with a stone and a sling, had defeated the great giant. David's victory filled the people with hope, and the Israelites won the war against the Philistines. Thus, David, who trusted in his faith and in himself, showed everyone that even the smallest can overcome the greatest challenges as long as they have courage and determination.